Gardening, guys, is all about recycling, so I am definitely liking my refurbished plant cabinet. Hi guys, welcome to my channel. Today I want to talk about the plant cabinets. This is my DIY plant cabinet. I wanted to grow some thyme and some green onions on my counter. So I was looking for a small growing device that will actually hold a small container of thyme and a small container of green onions. But when I went online, all I could hear about and all I heard about were these plant cabinets. And I'm not going to lie, they look really wonderful. They do. But I wanted something small. And I did have a thought at once, just get the one long one and put plants in. But I have enough small areas and my sunroom in which I place my stuff. So this is, of course, my plant cabinet. This is it. And it's my DIY plant cabinet. So what I did was I took this cabinet I had from before. This is the full length of the cabinet. I had it in my bathroom for years. And it was holding my soap and some shampoo and conditioner on the wall. It's been in my basement now for about a year and a half since we redid the hallway bath. But this is it, and I like the way it looks. It has that rustic look to it in some ways, and then it's surrounded by the plants. And as you can see, there are plants directly in front of it because there are plants on the floor, on the ground, on the floor, I should say. And then I have the cabinet there. And I do have some vincas I'm trying to grow. I took them from outside. They did not fully grow in this pot, so I brought them in. I always have extra vincas every year, extra vincas. And then this is another house plant. But I have these things here. And so I said, you know what, let me try to see if I could actually make my own plant cabinet instead of just going out and buy one. And I was thinking to a building one, but then my husband said, you know, the price of wood. But this is it. And so what I did was I cleaned this thing up and I placed 3 containers inside. One that is holding my thyme, and as you can see, the thyme is growing. There they are. And then the other one in the center is holding my green onions. My green onions are my scallion, as I call it. And then this one here, it's not a permanent stay. This one is holding a stem that I took off my pepper plant, because when I'm looking at my pepper plants and they're growing too much and I know that I need to have more peppers, I cut the stems and try to get them to root, and so I can plant them in bigger pots. But this is looking good right now. I hope it stays, because sometimes these things grow and then stop and then just die. And so this is it. So I have my thyme in the cabinet, my green onions, my scallions as we call it, and then I have my pepper plant. And I do have a second shelf, and I was thinking too, if push comes to shove, I could put a flat, something no higher than the container in the center, and put some seeds in, and they could germinate at the top. And when they're about 2 inches tall, I can remove them and put them in their regular pots, their regular growing pot. But this is it. And so it's able to hold 3 of the cups I've used before. They're recycled cups too. I've used these cups before. And then, as you can see, I can close it, the cabinet, and it looks like this nice and neat, because I was looking for something that would not look sloppy in my kitchen, but it's in the sunroom and it looks neat. And I love the look that it gives off the window, because it's on the windowsill. This used to be a sun porch, but now I have it going 3/4 of it is now glass and the other 1/4 is now wood. So this is what it looks like on the windowsill, surrounded by some plants, and of course you can see the plants at the bottom too. So this is it. I think it looks pretty decent, to tell the truth. And I am thinking though of extending it and putting like shelving on the side to make it give a wider look, to put more plants there. But right now I have no need for those other containers, because I only wanted 2 things: my thyme and my green onions, my scallions. So what I did was, when I cook, I want easy access to these things because they're in the basement right now. And this here, this is from when I cook my scallion, and I just cut half of the bulb off the scallion and I put it inside the soil. And I have some downstairs in the grow tent too, but they are growing and it's working. So I like that. So I don't have to go out there and buy any more green onions, or scallion as you want to call it. So this is it right here. So this is the DIY plant cabinet. So what else did someone asked me was, I was showing one of my friends and they said, how do you get light? And I said, you know what, because it is wood. On the front is open and there's no light source, although I was thinking of cutting a hole in the top and putting a light source through that opening there. If you can see a small light through that top, I was thinking about doing that, and maybe I will. And then, but I have it right here. And what I was thinking though is that I'm going to just put one of my regular grow lights in front of it. So what I did was I put the plants in and I added this on top. And when I turn it on, because this is what it looks like now, when I turn this thing on, that's the look that it's getting. So it is getting the light from outside. So of course, what I want is for these plants to actually grow through, if you can see carefully, what I call my gate, the gated door. So I want the plants to grow through the gated door, just spill out of the gated door some, not a lot, but spill out some, and give it that fenced in look of the plants. So this is what I have here. And as you can see, it's working. I have another light too. If you can see that when that one came on, there's another light there too. So they have enough light, but this is my version of the plant cabinet. So sometimes you just have to use what you have, and especially if a small space and you don't have the space of those IKEA plant cabinets. Some of them are tall. Some of them just shelves and shelves. And I didn't want the shelf one or the real long one because I have enough space. I have a sunroom right now, and I do have a small grow tent and some 2 plastic greenhouses, the 4-tier and the 3-tier, all of the 4 tiers right now inside the grow tent, acting as a shelving inside my grow tent. But this is the plant cabinet that I did, refurbished, because you know how much wood costs nowadays, guys. I was trying. And this is it. And it is working. So you can sometimes just take something old and it becomes all new again. My version of the plant cabinet, and it is I think it looks really great on the windowsill, to tell the truth. I think it fits into that space, and with the plants surrounding it stands out, but it doesn't look different in the area that it's in. And of course, I'm going to replace those cups. I don't know when, because I have the ceramic containers like these here, which I have outside on the windowsill. But I put the smaller ones away for the fall. And so they're stocked away, and I don't want to go back and dig. So right now we're stuck with the cups. I'm stuck with the cups. And I don't think they look that bad because, of course, they're inside the cabinet. And this is, guys, my DIY plant cabinet. And I think I like the idea of a plant cabinet, but when it serves your purpose. And this is small and it serves my purpose. Doesn't take up too much room. And I think it displays what I have inside of it wonderfully. I think it displays it with, you know, some pizzazz, I will say, because it really stands out in my sunroom. Okay, guys, have a good one. And of course, try your own plant cabinet. Take something small and recycle it. I love the fact though that I recycled this cabinet. I didn't have to go out there and buy a new one. And I figured out that, you know what? Something old can become new again, because this cabinet, which was in my bathroom for years, and I took out of my bath when I redid a hall bath 1.5 years ago, was placed in the attic. I didn't want to throw it out because my aunt gave it to me. And you know what? I loved the way it looked, so I didn't want to throw it out. And so I am glad I found something to do with it, because I think this looks great. I think it looks great where it is. And I love the idea of what they call the plant cabinet. Have a good one, guys. See you next time.